Do you have any questions I was wondering, are your questions going to go into the cover-up?
We'll have to see. Each of these members are leaders in their own right.
I'll just
They're
sit
all
back
going to
and
get a
wait.
chance.
I'll
Don't
wait
press
for
them,
them.
because, we could be here. They'll come to it, though. Did you want to say something about the cover-up?
Well, it'll take quite a while, that's why.
Well, I want you to paraphrase, because one thing about it, you've lived it, you were there, you're here with us today, and whatever you'd like to offer, you should start.
I think that because of the culture and the environment at the time of the Air Force after Blue Book, it wasn't prudent or good career moves to be talking about any type of phenomenon or UFOs or things like that. It just wasn't a good idea for your career. So when John and I left that forest that night, we were discussing, well, how far do we go with this and tell them everything? Well, it'll be pretty much a career ender. We're thinking that. So we reported in the next day with our shift commander the morning after, and we told him about what happened. And he questioned us on it, and we were somewhat sanitized. I mean, instead of being up next to a craft, I was at a distance. It was metallic, those kind of things. And he says, this is just not a good idea to report this. He says, I think we should let it go, just let it go away. So when I was taken down to OSI, called on OSI to make my report, I went in there, and the thoughts of preserving my career they went away, because I was scared to death of OSI. They were just threatening me down there. They said, it's in the way they do is a good cop, bad cop, that kind of thing. And I went down there, and they said, if you write everything that happened, don't leave anything out, this goes away. Okay, that's exactly what I want to have happen. I want this to go away. And so I did. I wrote out 4 long pages of documents, my statement on legal paper. They came back in about 20, 25 minutes, and they have a typed half-page document that is out now on the internet, and they say it's my statement.
History Channel. The History Channel.
Yes, they're out all over. It's not my statement. In there it says that I got within 50 feet. It says it's a metallic object, and it's very, very, very general. And the agent says, and I'm not sure if these are OSI agents, but I was in the OSI building. Let me clarify that too. I knew all the agents, but I didn't know these people. And they said, okay, read this statement. And I said, okay. And they said, read it again. I said, okay. And they said, we want you to memorize it. Read it again. I said, okay. And they said, this is the official statement that you're going to give your command element or anybody else from this point on that asks about it, because this is a classified investigation, and OSI can operate outside the chain of command. They do it over in England. At that time, they actually worked for the State Department. And I said, okay, no problem. So I'm under orders because it's an active investigation by whoever those are, people in front of me. And so that's why I report to the wing commander. He doesn't even blink an eye. General Williams doesn't. He said, listen.
General Williams is the wing commander at that point.
Major General Williams, that's what at the time he was Colonel Williams. He retired to Major General. And when we reported into Colonel Halt's office, I briefly talked to Colonel Conrad, who was the base commander at the time. Colonel Halt worked for him. And then John and I met up there, and then we went in and talked to the wing commander, reported into the wing commander, and explained I gave him the OSI statement. I mean, I told him that's what happened. It was general, and he thanked us very much for our time, and told us that he appreciated the candor that we had, but he never asked one question. And so there's where the cover-up probably started. It started by the issuance of that statement from
That
OSI.
you submitted, Sergeant, you submitted that statement, so it really kind of started as you were writing the statement and submitting it.
Well, when I wrote the four pages out, let me make that clear, man. When I wrote them out, I was in detail. I wrote down everything.
But that wasn't what you submitted. You submitted what they asked you to submit.
I gave them everything they wanted. They said, write every detail down.
4 pages?
4 pages. And I wrote the fact about the temperature, about it being on the ground, the glyphs, the notes from my notebook. They were included. I didn't have my notebook there, but all that stuff was included, including the binary code, which I called ones and zeros in because I'm not a math person. And at that time,
did you give that to the wing commander?
I gave that at the OSI building.
Did you give that to the wing commander?
No, no, ma'am. What I gave to the wing commander was the OSI sanitized statement and the one that I was supposed to give him.
And why did you not give that one to the wing commander?
Because I was under orders because it was, OSI said it was an ongoing investigation and they can work outside the realm of the base commander, wing commander, and everything else like that.
And my position is, new with this and all that, that might have been the beginning of the cover-up.
Yes, I agree.
All right. Thank you. And I don't want to badger you. Appreciate your service. Trying times. How many years ago was this? This is 80, and this is now 13. That's 23, 33 years ago. So, no, that you're still standing in relatively good health. Thank God for that, and we'll see what we can do with you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.